Good evening, Source Nation, and welcome to Sip and Chat World Changers TV with me, your host, Dhylles Victoria, the only one named Dhylles, Dhylles. I know everyone asks me, what does my name mean? I have no idea. I try to Google it, and every time I Googled it, it said, did you mean Dulles Airport? So there's a joke for you to start the show. Ha! Anyway, tonight we have an amazing show in store for you. But before I go further, let me thank our sponsors who've made the show possible. And they are Zulina Health, Wellness, and Fitness, Paper to Film Productions, Meet My Types Matchmaking. Ooh, that's interesting, matchmaking. Revolution Mills and Renovations, and New Covenant Praise Worship Center. So thank you so much to our sponsors. Again, like I stated, my name is Dhylles Victoria. I am the host of the Sip and Chat World Changers TV, as well as the queen of Sip and Chat, of course, queen. I actually have that on my shirt. Let me see if you guys can see it. There you go, queen of Sip and Chat. So that's my shirt, and I wear it proudly. I started Sip and Chat in 2013, and pretty much it is just in person and online event where we are sipping responsibly and chatting respectfully in the judgment zone, talking about life, happiness, peace, what makes us human beings and beautiful souls and all that good stuff, and it's just building community. I wanted to do something a little bit different from the norm, being a certified life coach, motivational speaker, host, event planner, PR, social media marketing strategist, and I just decided to just put all those things together and come up with the Sip and Chat movement. So today I will be sipping on sparkling water, orange, which is one of my faves. I know it's 5 o'clock anywhere and you can drink wine or whatever, but I thought today I'll just have some sparkling water. Anywho, I have the most amazing human being I've ever met in my whole entire life, or one of the most amazing human beings I have ever met in my entire life that will be joining me tonight. Her name is Kathy B, and she is the founder of Source Network Radio. And so I'm excited to have her. When I was thinking about doing the show and who would be my first guest, of course, her name popped up and her energy popped up in my spirit. And I said, this would be the perfect person to kick off the show. And I'm so excited to have it every Friday, 7 p.m., starting today, April 6th. Woohoo! So I'm totally excited about it. I did a show back about 4 years ago, and I wanted to bring my show back, but I wanted to do it on a platform that was genuine, authentic, beautiful, real, raw, and had some form of just spunk and just radiates everything that encompasses me as a person. So of course, Source Radio Network was who I chose because that's what spoke to my spirit. And when I spoke to Kathy, it was just like, boom, we clicked automatically. And I've been on her show before. So it's just so great to have her on my show to kick it off. So before I bring her on, I just wanted to give you a little bit more background of who she is and how she's an amazing world changer. So her bio is Kathy Boone has been in radio, broadcasting, and media news for over 22 years. She launched Source Radio Network on October 24th, 2013, which airs daily on Blog Talk Radio, blogtalkradio.com/Source Radio. Sundays through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also Saturdays from 1 to 3 p.m. on our sister station, Gospel is Golden Radio. An active participant in her community, Kathy believes that in order to help one another, the needs must be first identified. Kathy has made it her mission to bring honest and quality information to our communities, which will allow us to make decisions that will positively enhance and influence our situations. Source Radio Network is just one of the many platforms that is used to fulfill dreams of our listeners and create a purpose that will impact the lives of our communities, cities, and the world. It is often said that great things will happen when a group of driven people work together to accomplish one goal. Kathy Boone, aka Kathy B, President and CEO of Source Radio Network, is here to redefine the image, meaning of the internet radio and traditional media concept. Kathy is giving people the opportunity to have a voice, translate words that haven't been heard, and paint pictures that no one has seen. Source Radio Network is fueling your life's purpose. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kathy. How are you?
Hello, Dillis. I am so excited to be here, and this is just amazing to be on your show and really to have you a part of the Source Radio Network family. So, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, thank you so much for being my guest today, my very first guest. I'm so excited
I
about
know.
it. And I really wanted to interview you for a very long time, but I just wanted to set something up that was just beautiful and authentic and pure and genuine. And of course, your platform was just something that I was just like, I wonder if she would allow me to be on her network. Like it was just, and then when we spoke and whatnot, I was like, yay, one of my dreams became a reality. It was amazing. So thank you so much for this
Yes,
opportunity. I'm so humbled by it.
you're welcome, and thank you.
Of course. So tell us a little bit more about who you are and all of what you do, stuff that I didn't even mention in your bio.
Wow. Well, I can tell you this. I am a mom. I have two sons, 24 and 17. And I tell you, they are the ones that really give me my passion. Being that I am a single mother, I wanted to show them that if you wanted to have your own business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you can do it. And launching Source Radio Network, I can tell you, Dillis, it has truly been a blessing. In my bio, you stated that I've been in the industry for 22 years. Actually, it's been 24 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. 24 years. And I can tell you the last 5 years have been the most amazing, very blessed. I've enjoyed it. And it's been the best 5 years outside of the 24 years being in mainstream media.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I want to be like you when I grow up.
You already are.
Thank you. So tell Source Nation and Source Nation family, what makes Kathy B a world changer? What makes you a world changer?
Wow. You know what? I think it's all about understanding what God has for you and your true purpose. I will say this: 5 years ago, this was not what I wanted to do. And the reason why I say that is because being in media for 24 years, I actually got to see some things that I did not like. So I said, I'm going to pursue my passion. And at that time, it was interior design. And God said, no, that's not what I need you to do. I need you to go back. And of course, I questioned God and asked him, I asked him, I mean, you say go back. What is it that I'm going back to? And he basically said that I'm giving you a platform now where you're going to have a voice and give back opportunity. So, to answer your question, as a world changer, I believe it's understanding what God has for you and the purpose. And my purpose is to create opportunity for others. As an example, for you, this is why your show exists on Source Radio Network,
Yes.
because God has asked me to give the opportunity. If I provide the platform, the information that you share will begin to reach the masses. And this is what makes me a world changer.
That's amazing. That's awesome. I love it. So, guys, if you're now tuning in, Source Nation family, I'm Dhylles Victoria, host of the Sip and Chat World Changes TV, and I'm here with the utmost beautiful, gracious, humbled, amazing, beautiful soul, Kathy B, who is the source of it all. That's why I'm here on this platform at the moment on Source Radio Network. And she was just telling us how she is a world changer. So, Kathy, the other question that I wanted to ask you is how are you contributing to the world in your own way?
Wow. I think my contribution really is what I started out to do 5 years ago. Source Radio Network is my gift and it is my blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all I know, Dillis, is communication, mass communication. And that is my contribution. I live, eat, breathe, sleep Source Radio Network, and, you know, constantly trying to figure out how can I continue to give opportunity to others.
That's awesome. What do you feel is a challenge as a world changer and as a leader? What's the challenge that comes with that?
I would say coming up with more creative ideas. As you know, technology changes at the quick of a second. And I think in the profession that we have and what we're doing, you have to continue to stay ahead of the trend. So with me, I am constantly researching and trying to figure out exactly what people need, because I think that that's what truly matters. We have a lot of fluff out there. So I want to be able to continue to give information that matters, information that we necessarily don't see on our local television stations or hear on our local radio stations or either read in local papers. So constantly researching what matters to people. And if I can literally create a show or a program to meet that need, then we have it there.
That's awesome. And you're absolutely right, because there's so much shows and networks and things like that, but sometimes I feel like it's either too much fluff or it's not enough content that is engaging, that's evoking emotions and feelings or giving some form of message or mission. So
exactly,
it takes away from what we want as viewers sometimes. And when I was coming up with this concept, I wanted it to be where people see themselves as leaders and world changers, where they want to get up and do something to change the whole alignment of how the world is going, because there's so much destruction and so much depression and so many different things, and people are going through so much. And oftentimes I noticed as an energy intuitive and an empath that there are so many people that are smiling on the outside and screaming for their life on the inside. So I wanted it to be something where we are letting those people know that we're here. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to, you know, just let go and let someone else just be able to help you in however it is that you need help.
Correct.
So that's how I feel about the platform that you've created, is because you're allowing world changers to express how they feel without fear, guilt, or shame, because they've done the work, they've been through the process of making sure they know their truth and they know who they are, in order for them to come correct and come confidently and just consciously and spiritually and emotionally, mentally. So when they're giving the message, they're effectively talking about things that do matter. So when the viewer, you know, the Source Nation family tune in, they have something that's just so rich and tangible that there's some form of takeaway. It's just not when you're watching TV or listening to the radio and you go blank after 2 seconds. Like, it's engaging.
That's right.
There's a message there that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. So when the show is done, or they're listening to the podcast or things like that, they leave wanting more and they want to come back again. Right. And they also are able to take the message and incorporate it in their lives with their own experiences. And that's right. That's exactly what you bring.
Thank you. And again, it's all about making sure that we understand the content that we bring has some form of substance. And I can tell you that's something that I struggle with every single day. Every program that we have on Source Radio Network, now Source Radio Network Television, I want to make sure that we are better than the last show that we actually aired. So I go back and I listen to all of the shows, and I literally go to the on-air personality, to the host, and we talk about some of the things that can make them great. And again, like I said, I'm blessed because we've had hosts that have come and have gone on to do greater things, because that is exactly what God has asked me to do. Give them the platform that they need so they can become greater. And we bring in new people behind that. But with that said, is what they are sharing is what the people need.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I often say, as a world changer, as a leader, you're responsible for what comes out your mouth, what comes out your energy and your spirit. You're responsible for what
Mm-hmm.
you're giving people. It's your responsibility to make sure that the message is coming across authentically and confidently, and it's
Yes.
helping in a way where people can understand, because you speak your own language, but when you're giving across a message, make sure that it's so authentic and not just generic, but just make it be deep and very sincere and interesting, where people understand exactly where you're coming from and they could interpret it within their own language.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely true, Dhylles. And I'm telling you, what is so fulfilling is just seeing it manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, having people respond and saying, this is exactly what I needed to see. This is exactly what I needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make the change.
Yep.
How exciting is that?
That's absolutely exciting, because I love getting inboxes like, you inspired me today, or thank you for that post, or thank you for that message, or thank you for the Facebook Live. And because you just don't know who's watching you. So
Mm-hmm.
when you get little messages, when I get little messages like that, I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because you wonder, after you do a show or you do a live or you post something up, like, are people really paying attention? Like, did my message come across authentic, and was it important? Did it hit home for some people? So when I get inboxes like that, I'm like, okay, good. I'm doing my job. Yeah. And it
Oh,
makes me
yeah.
good. So you're absolutely right. It is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
make me feeling.
It really is. One of my shows that I have on a platform is actually a show that I have a passion for, which is my women's empowerment show. And this particular show was one of the first shows that I actually brought to the network. And what is so amazing about that particular show, Dhylles, is the fact that I was able to share something so personal, which was my divorce. And the fact that that marriage was a marriage that I truly wanted. It was my second marriage, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I shared that infidelity played a part to why I'm divorced. And when I first spoke that, I was like, maybe that wasn't the right thing for me to do. But I had so many women to inbox me and say, thank you so much for sharing your story. You basically said that infidelity was not going to stop you from being the woman that you are, the businesswoman that you are, but the mother, and the fact that you are raising young men and they can see that you have go on to be the businesswoman that you are and continue to have dreams and not let the divorce stop you. You've gone on to do greater things. So just to hear people come back and tell me that that was an excellent show,
Mm-hmm.
which this was 5 years ago, people still talk about it.
Yeah.
you
Because you
know
hit home with
so
women.
I love the fact that you can be authentic and you can be transparent, and people will not hold no form of judgment.
Yeah. Because it takes a strong individual to actually come out and say specific things about themselves, and peel back a layer of yourself and share
Mm-hmm.
it with another human being or a whole bunch of people who are listening, being a public figure. Because I had to go through that too, because me too, as similar to you, this is with my ex-husband, it was my second divorce too. But on top of that too, after 9 years being with him and 6 years married, I came out as a gay woman because I decided to live in my
Mm-hmm.
truth. So it was like a double
Okay.
whammy for me. Not one, one thing is getting a divorce and, thinking that that was forever, and then realizing who I am as a woman, as a gay woman, and then having to go through the process of breaking this man's heart, getting a divorce, coming out and starting life all over again. Like I had so many women inboxing me like, I'm going through the same thing too. How did you go through the process of point A to point B? And thank you so much for being courageous to share your story. And thank you so much for your strength and inspiring me to make sure that I didn't have any type of regrets, with my life, that I can move forward and being happy as the person that I am, as the woman that I am, and knowing my true identity. And it meant so much to them. And I was just like, wow, okay, this is cool. Because me too, I was just like, yeah, did I say too much? Did I say enough? Did I give the right message? Come off the wrong way? Like I was going through that process too. And then afterwards I was like, screw it, I already said it. And it had to hit home with somebody. It really did. So when I got the inboxes and the texts and inspirations, it was like, okay, cool. Actually, I did a good thing. So I had to pat myself back, be like, go ahead, girl, go ahead.
Yes, yes. And that's what I'm talking about. Creating the opportunity, being able to share information just as you did, just as I did, and have people listen and respond and say, this is exactly what I needed to hear to make the change or to motivate me. And this is what we do every single night on each show that we have.
Right.
It resonates in some way or form.
It really does resonate in some way, shape, or form, because I've tuned into each and every one of the shows, and I always receive something from the topic at hand that time and from the hosts themselves. So that's why I was just like, yep, that's the platform for me. I got to be part of the familia. Like it has to happen.
Yeah.
So it was just great. And I think you're great. And of course, Tracy's great. Everyone is great. The platforms are amazing, and the people are so beautiful and so authentic. And you can tell that they've been through some stuff, and they're so strong to have overcome the things that they've been through, and they're not ashamed or afraid to share the information with the Host Nation family. So to me, that's just a beautiful thing. And that's what actually, besides yourself, that's what actually captured me and drew me in.
Oh, thank you.
So Kathy B, thank you so much for inspiring us and being the first guest on the Sip and Chat World Changers TV. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. And before we close out and you give all your information, I wanted to ask you, as a world changer, describe in one word who you are as a person in a whole. What is that one word that represents who you are?
Oh my goodness. Phenomenal.
Oh, I love that word. I love it. Good. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so now you have to create a hashtag that says phenomenal Kathy B along with all your promotion, right?
Yes, I do.
That's what you gotta do. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and just having me on the platform. Do you have any last words of encouragement at this time for our Source Nation family?
Yes, just go out and be great. Don't be afraid to step out on faith. The one thing that I will say is if there's something that you have been inspiring to do, know that this is the time. Know that God is going to give you the grace. He's going to cultivate your passion, and just do it.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming to the end of the show. But before we do, I would love once again to thank our sponsors. So I'll run through them again. Zulina Health, Wellness, and Fitness. I think I might need to contact them because the sisters over here huffing and puffing. That ain't cute. Paper to Film Productions, Meet My Types, Matchmaking, Revolution Mills, Renovations, New Covenant of Praise Worship Center. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Thank you so much again to Kathy B for being the very first guest on Sip and Chat World Changers TV right here on Source Radio Network. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. I would do a happy dance right now, but I'm tired, so I'm not going to do it. I appreciate you so much. And I think you're just
Thank you.
amazing. And I just see amazing potential with the station and the platform and how you converted it from not only radio, but now to TV. I think that was just a brilliant move. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tune in again, guys. Next week. I will have another guest on the show. Her name is Keisha Dixon, and she is a tapping therapist and one of my amazing clients. And you're gonna like it. It's gonna be something completely different. And you're probably wondering now, what's tapping therapy or EFT? Google it. It's lots of fun. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate everyone, and it's very humbled and honored to be on an amazing platform. And wishing you well, love and light and pure blessings, and make those dreams reality. And like I say, we know our birth date, we don't know our death dates, and live every single moment as if it was your last. And you don't want to be on your deathbed or in a nursing home torturing yourself with woulda, shoulda, coulda. So if there's anything in your heart and spirit and your soul that you want to do it today, do it now, because there's no time like the present. I wish you guys a good night. If you're traveling, get home safely. If you're home, I'm happy that you're home and safe and sound. Till next time, guys.